Yes, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's ROP, Run of Play podcast, where we discuss all things football, in particular the EPL, from the perspective of the teams that we support. Arsenal, Manchester United, and today we've got Azza in the building, repping Chelsea because they help Arsenal, the London guys, to top the league. So he's here to give Arsenal the props. He's here to show us support and the camaraderie. We also got David in the building, the neutral fan that keeps everyone in check. It doesn't let us to lose ourselves. But welcome everybody back. Welcome everyone. Jude, how are you doing today? How are you feeling today, Mr. Guy Jude? You're wearing your jersey today. That's how you know.
I'm having a good weekend.
You deserve a good weekend.
I deserve a good weekend.
The things you've been
after how many months of suffering?
It's not that long.
Closing the weekend going for break in a grand style. Hopefully, when we come back, this jersey will still be on.
All right, hopefully. And as I'll come to you, the guest. We'll start with you, David. How are you feeling today, Mr. David?
I'm good. I mean, the kind of results I'm always looking forward to every weekend, but we'll take it. No, like all of you should lose. Let me just come here and roast all of you.
But you had a good time last weekend, but this weekend.
It was still good. I mean, the results show, everyone's strengths, shows where everyone is improving, and it's showing trends for us for what might come in the future for the league, for the entire season as a whole. It's good. I think it was a good weekend. Fewer controversies this weekend. I don't know if you guys noticed. I noticed that one. Fewer refereeing controversies, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and as a long time no see, how are you feeling today, my guy?
I'm feeling good. At least if you want to know how I feel on the weekend, it depends on what Chelsea does to me that weekend. So this weekend now they've delivered. So yeah, I'm good, man. I'm feeling like good, so good.
That's very, very good to hear. You said good, very, very much. The last time you were here, you said that Chelsea has 4 world-class players. And out of those 4 world-class players, how many of those were involved in the win? I know Caicedo had a fantastic goal. I think that's the goal of the weekend.
Rockets. Yeah.
But, apart from Caicedo, is Caicedo world-class, by the way? Is it one of the 4 world-class that you were saying you had, or?
Yeah, he was one of the 4 world class. I was saying that day.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about
one of them
class guys? Performing this season so far, smoking Liverpool. They were the leaders of the table until yesterday.
Yeah, I feel good, and for the fact that Caicedo delivered against them, because obviously they've agreed deal for Caicedo. He just wanted to join Chelsea, so. And for the fact that, he proves to them that this is why you people were willing to pay that price, regardless of how expensive it was. Yeah, I'm happy. And with the way everything is going on right now, I can't complain. We're not in the position we want to be, but I can't complain. So
where do you want to be?
It's a good
I
don't know how to lie as a fan, and I want to be at that top table. I want to see Chelsea at that top table as well. First, second, but realistically, this is where we are. So I don't have a choice. I'll just take it.
With 4 world-class players, you are saying second. It should be only first now.
Wait, compared to Arsenal squad,
you said Arsenal don't have any world-class players that you guys have.
No. Nah. You are the one. Thank God these videos you can watch it back. You are the one that played it down. You played down every claim that Arsenal has a world-class player. You played it down, and you have a world-class player everywhere. Everywhere. Gabriel world-class, Saliba world-class, Declan Rice world-class. Don't play it down.
Okay.
Don't play
Let's leave Arsenal. We'll talk about Arsenal. We'll talk about Arsenal when we get to Arsenal. But let's talk about your analysis of the game. Because everybody was saying slots last season. It was the guy. Even up until last weekend, it was getting results with the last minute goals, and the attackers, they have the best front, the best attacking players in the league, attacking forward in the league, and you guys were able to quiet them, even with gusto and Achimpong. You guys were able to nullify their threats. So how must that feel as a Chelsea fan? Do you think that you guys are in the title race? But let's not even go there yet. Let's talk about
No,
how
no, no,
how
no,
the
no.
game
Yeah.
No, we are not in any time series. But for the fact that yeah, we were able to deal with Liverpool, I'm happy. And for me, I've always said since last season, I don't know, I just had that thing in me that Liverpool are just getting away with a lot of things. Because if you look at them last season as well, even they weren't really like the best team, but they were ruthless with their chances. That was one thing they had last season. And this season, the reason why it's not like that anymore is because Salah is out of form. Because he really helped them last season, if we're being honest. Because so many games that Liverpool won't even dominate. And just one pass to Salah or two chances with Salah at the end of those chances, and they are back in the game or they've won the game. So for me, I've just always had that feeling since last season that they weren't really special. So now the reason why the pressure is piling up right now on Arne Slot's more is because of that price tag. You brought in like three players over 80 million pounds. You
Yeah,
have to deliver. You have to deliver. But if and the reason why last season was better for him was because when he came in last season, everybody was still complaining that Liverpool needs to sort out their midfield. They need to change those midfielders. Basically, they were saying Klopp didn't really leave a great team behind.
Hmm.
But he came in, so everyone wasn't expecting him to like be the first. But he came in, he did something with them. But now the pressure is on the guy right now. Because why? We weren't expecting you to win the league last season. You won it. But now we are expecting you to win it. And we've
Yeah,
given you we've given you so many signings. You don't have a choice. So
Mhm.
now the pressure is piling on him. He's trying to do so many things that are not working out for him. So
Yeah,
now this is when we know that and the Slot is not all that. It's
yeah.
just because Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, and the rest teams, they were just not on their main form that last season. So
That's
yeah, and the game as well. It was just we had a lot of control, and I would be pissed if we actually like drew the game because they didn't even deserve to get a goal. But yeah, they got the goal, and we were happy that we were able to like serve them what they serve every other team, which
apart from
is
Crystal Palace.
just yeah, and which is just we beating them at the end of
Yeah,
every game because
yeah.
all their games is just last minute goal, last minute goal, last minute goal. So yeah,
Yeah.
altogether it was satisfactory for me, Sha.
Fair, fair.
It was
And David,
satisfactory.
I'm going to build on something that, as I said, he said something about Salah being out of form, and I'm also going to throw in the fact that Ekitike was banging in lots of goals before Salah, so not Salah, before Isak was signed, and then Isak was signed. He still, I think Ekitike still played one or two games as a striker. Personally, I was thinking, this is Ekitike saying, "Look, I'm on form. Though if you want to drop anybody, it should not be me. Maybe drop Gakpo or drop Salah. But for some reason, maybe because of the price tag, he proceeded to put Isak as the striker and Ekitike on the bench. Do you think that Slot is getting something tactically wrong? Because the Salah of last season is not the way Salah was playing last season. It's not the same way he's playing this season. Szoboszlai, we don't know if now sometimes he's the six, he's the eight, he's the right back. Like he's just toying with too many I would say variables tactically. Do you think that is what is affecting them in the last couple of games, or it's just a thing of this is the start of the season, everybody should calm
Yeah,
down and they will catch up later? What do you think?
yeah. I think that is affecting them if we look at the thing because um one of their games, I've forgotten the game. They won. I think it was 2-1. Gravenberch scored in that game. But after the game, where I'm going is after the game, I remembered Gravenberch saying last season he was playing more as the lone six last season. So throughout last season, McAllister was in front of him, Szoboszlai was in front of him. But this season, he said the manager gave them freedom to move around. So now it's not like you see Gravenberch sitting at that sixth position every time. There's more rotation. So now I think he's trying to, like I said before, because everybody is now expecting a result from him. So now he wants to start rotating the squad. He wants to start doing things. And I don't think that is helping them control games majorly. They don't really have control of games. Why? Because now they are rotating and they are trying to see if they can get things right. But majorly, I think he's trying a lot of things tactically that he didn't do last season. So that is actually one of their downfalls this season. Sorry.
Fair enough. I'm David. I'm going to bring you in as well on the same point, as well as I'm going to chuck in what our guy is saying, Mr. James Thomas, that Liverpool is like PSG. A while not too long ago, where they had Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. They are good on paper, not good team wise. Do you agree? Do you agree with this? And do you think that, as I was also saying, like it's a tactic thing, and the guy doesn't really know how to measure the variables?
Okay, so I'm going to slightly veer away. I don't think it's being good on paper and not being able to deliver. Yes, the final results, they're not delivering. I think it's an expectation problem. You see, your league champions, your defending champions, you're expected to blow everybody out. You're not just league champions. You've then gone to spend. You've opened the checkbook and you spent well. If we look back to our discussions last week, Sean Thomas said there's enough quality in that team to get past anybody. So it's that expectation that the league champions are coming to town. The league champions that have squad depth are coming to town, quality everywhere. So you're expecting that they collect the 3 points and go, you know. But then reality is then different. So to now bring pieces of things that we've discussed, is it tactical? Is it personnel? I think what should have been a canon is whatever is working, just leave it that way. Don't try to tweak a system that has guaranteed or produced success before. Liverpool should have just stuck to what they had last season and then find a way to bring in the new guys, slowly. I know that there were some times when Frimpong had injury and Szoboszlai had to go fill in for him at the right back position. I know they had tried Bradley there. It didn't really work. But someone like Florian Wirtz should be eased into that team. You already had a midfield combo that worked. Gravenberch at the 6, McAllister and Szoboszlai right in front of him, and then Endo always coming in, to just replace, to see out the games. I think they should have eased in Wirtz. But then again, remember the first problem I mentioned, expectation. You've bought someone for over 120 million. He must play now. So they have to start him, right? You had an attacking trio last season. It was more than a trio because, there was Diaz, there was Darwin, there was Gakpo that nobody's actually talking about, by the way. It was completely off form, right? And then there was Salah. I know that what they wanted to do was planning
Gakpo
for
scored yesterday, no? Gakpo was one that scored the goal.
Isn't that like his first or second goal of the entire season?
Nah, but he wasn't really like the best in that game as well before the goal. And he was just in the right place at the right time.
So it looks like they're trying to prepare for life after Salah at the same time. So you're bringing in new players, you want to transition to a new system all at the same time. I think that's one area of the problem. The other area is expectation. I don't think their position is bad so far. In 7 games, you won 5, you lost 2. It's not necessarily bad. But like I said, you're defending champions. You're expected to win. So people are going to scream and cry and and all of that. So Salah now has to fit into another attack with players that he's not so used to. See, last season, when the ball gets to him, you can always tell he knows where Diaz will be. He knows where Nunez will be, and he can just use them as outlets if he's not shooting. But now he's having to deal with a different set of guys. credit to Ekitike for blending in as fast as he could. That silly red card he got, and I think he's injured now too. So that's why he can't
No.
be involved. He's injured
He's
now.
not injured.
No, he
No,
came in.
Nah, he's
Ekitike
not.
is not injured.
He came
They
on
brought
against
him
Oh,
Chelsea
he's
on.
back.
yesterday.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
came on against
great.
Chelsea yesterday.
Great.
Yeah.
And then there's also the thing that James Thomas is saying now, signing both Ekitike and Ishak. I've been saying it for anyone who is willing to listen. Having two world-class strikers, the era when that used to work has passed. Nobody wants to do servant-master relationship anymore. At a point, the guy who takes the bench role will ask you to leave. It's normal. It happens everywhere.
But like you said, Ekitike, no, Gakpo is not really on form. Surely you could have put Isak on the left. Isak can play on the left. Ekitike can also play on the left. You could have easily put one of them on the left and put two of them in there instead of trying to bench one and say, oh, because you're 120 million pounds, you start ahead of the 90-something million pounds. But one person is already delivering results. Like he was already scoring the goals. So why don't you just ease Isak on the left and why just change that? I know that what's it called now? Isak is more Premier League proven. He has that one-touch goal, but he's not doing it right now. He's not done it since he's coming. I know it might change later down the line, but just try to if people are scoring goal, don't just put them on the bench. That's why I think. I don't know if managers have a different philosophy on this kind of stuff.
I mean, there's a how do I put it now? Contagious feeling with scoring. You know, I've done it before. I can do it again. You know, I've scored you 2 goals in this match. I can get the third one. You know, whenever someone is on a hat trick, you can see it in your eyes. You can smell the hat trick. You know, you know, I scored in the last game. I'll score you again. There's that confidence that strikers have. You don't bench that. You don't kill that. And I don't know. I think there's too many things trying to happen at the same time at Liverpool. Yes, there's the expectation from the fans, from the media, and even from the coaching team themselves. They're expecting, we spent 150 million, 120 million. This guy got started, and then you know, having issues. And then they're trying to change too many things at the same time. You've brought in new players. You had a system that worked. We all knew it. Pass it to Salah. You know, one team that I was coaching that year too used to have a plan with somebody on this podcast. Pass it to Jude. You know, and it worked. And it was a system that worked. And we never changed that. You know, so pass it to Salah. And that worked. If you're going to move away from that, you can't do it at the same time when you're changing a lot of personnel. You know, but it is what it is. I'm here for their struggles, Sha.
Me too. Jude, are Liverpool in crisis? 3 losses within a week. Are they in crisis, or do you think they'll rejig and come back again after the international?
It's annoying that they have a break, and coming back from the break, they have one team that will give them 3 points. So that's where the problem is. If there was no break, Man U with the ginger and Liverpool with the slump meeting would have been a nice continuation. But the break can reset everything. That's what we don't.
I swear.
But sometimes after international break, sometimes the big teams don't kick on because their boys would have gone like all around the world and they would have played like 2 or 3 matches in that space of 1 week, and they'll come back tired and leggy and fatigued. So there's also a possibility on the other side that they might just continue. The crisis might dip in quote. Can we even call it crisis now, or we just call it slump? Which one? Is it a slump or a crisis?
I'm going to call it crisis. And the reason why I'm going to call it crisis is not about the fact that they've lost these last 3 games, but the way they've won the previous ones before the ones they lost. That is the reason why I'm going to call it crisis, because they didn't really have convincing wins. They haven't had one convincing win this season. Where Liverpool just came in, smashed the team, and we are like, okay, this is convincing. Like, they haven't put any game to bed like 20 minutes before the end of the game. Do you get what I'm saying? So that piles the pressure. But the reason why it wasn't really a topic, or it wasn't really serious, was because they were winning. Now they are losing. So now people are going to review the way they were winning, even when they were winning. So yeah, I'm going to call it more crisis. This is not slump. It's not slump.
Fair enough. Jude and David, you guys picked them to win the league in your predictions. Do you still have that feeling?
No, I didn't pick them.
Oh, me, I did. I'm going to own up.
Yeah.
I actually
That's
picked
all.
Liverpool.
They were my
Yeah.
second choice.
I know. I gave a caveat for the way they were winning, and I said,
Mhm.
look, the day that thing changes, it might affect the entire season, and it has started, affecting the season. I think I picked them to win. I can't. Unfortunately, you can't be changing position.
Yeah,
So
but
I mean,
as I
if
know you,
anything,
Now, me right from day one. The reason why I think I tipped them to win as well, but the reason why I tipped them to win was the fact that I don't like Arsenal.
yeah, that's fine. I don't
I
like
put my
You're on the
Chelsea,
hands up.
wrong path.
but you
So
guys have been the
because
table
for
toppers.
me,
Surely you guys should
because
be in top four now. You guys should
be,
be in the title race. As I say, you
now
guys should be in the title race.
now
Because
ideally we should be
before the season,
there.
started, you said with
Ideally,
your chest that
I
you are
can
in the
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you
title
yeah.
race.
Ideally
than
we
this
should be
year.
there.
Yeah.
Like we should be in that title race. But right now that's not the case.
What has
But
changed
me,
this
the
month?
reason
What
why
has changed
the
this
reason
month? Because last month you said you are in the title race.
three consecutive losses as well. We had 3 consecutive losses this last month.
Yeah.
So
So did Liverpool, but you
that
said
changed a
Liverpool are in the
lot of
title
things.
race. So
No,
why
the
can't
reason
you say
why
in the title race?
the reason why I tipped them for the title was just
You are
because
lucky. Oh.
No, let's talk
right
about
now, yeah,
now. Yes,
right now I'm feeling pain that Arsenal are there. Like you see,
The pain
if
is
I look
long.
at that
Oh. The
table
pain
and
is
I
going to be
see
long.
Arsenal
You need
up,
to
Thank you
get
very much.
Tylenol.
Thank you for that. Good neighbors.
The pain
wait,
is going to be long. You need something for you need painkillers.
I swear, because this is
It's
this
only
even
match week 7, guys. Calm down.
one weekend, my heart is already
The
heavy.
hand is already.
I don't know how the whole season is going to be. But one
I,
weekend like this, my heart is already heavy.
I think you should
I
be
don't
more
know.
bothered about being seventh than bothering about Arsenal being at the top because you might not
I
finish at top
swear
three.
that's another thing. We
No,
have
they
more
no.
problems to think
They
Chelsea
about.
might not
must
So
finish
for
at
me
Chelsea
top
right now,
three.
I'm
Chelsea
not
must be
really
in the
There are
thinking
other
title
about.
race.
contenders.
Four world class players. Come on.
Wait,
Title
how
race.
are we? How can we be in the title race
How
with
can you have four world
six?
class
With
players?
You were in the
wait, do
title
you
race
know
for
the
this
You
only
signed
season.
so many forwards.
right now the only defender we have right now is Shaloba and
That's your
Shaloba and
business.
Nato.
You were in the
They
title
are the
race.
only defenders we have
You were
right
in the
now.
title race.
Asa, no
So there's no way
excuses,
we're in the
please.
title race
Unmark
like
No
this.
Caicedo's a
excuses.
defender.
No
That's
excuses.
what
And
Asa, you
see,
don't know
defender
that.
will do.
Real Madrid,
there's
Real
one
Madrid
thing
won the
we
Champions
don't
League
know.
without a natural
Thank
defender.
you.
Come on.
We don't know what can happen. We don't know what can happen. The season is still very long, so
What are
Exactly.
you trying to say?
let's see how it goes. No. If you look at the table, what's the difference between from sixth to third? We are sharing just like three
I
points
hope you'll be here at the end of
or
October
4 points.
so that we can
So
talk
from
again.
sixth to four
What is the
third,
difference?
we are sharing like 4 points.
Hopefully you'll be
So
here at the end of October so that we can talk what's the difference by then again.
yeah. We are always God keep us alive. We are always going to come back. We are always going to
Let's
say where the
segue
problem
to
is.
the top of the league team. Arsenal. The title says Arsenal on fire. Arsenal on fire. The results say yes, Arsenal on fire because we've only had one loss so far this season. Everyone else has lost at least 2 games. So
Yeah.
that's good. It's good for us to see. For me, it was positive to see that Mateta is trying to get Gyökeres into the team. He's not playing the way he was playing last season anymore in the last 2 or 3 games, especially against Newcastle and the game against West Ham. Like we are transitioning the ball quicker, as in that's Arsenal transitioning the ball quicker. They're trying to find Gyökeres more. Gyökeres is seeing more of the ball. He just needs to find his shooting boot. He needs to learn that in the Premier League strikers don't take 2 touches, 3 touches before they shoot. As you're getting the ball,
Yeah.
blam, you like one touch finish. So he needs to work on that. But I think that Arsenal will still be there or thereabouts at the end of the season at this particular point in time. I'm happy about that. We're top the league for the first time in a long time. For the entire weekend, not just for one day or for like 2 hours. So that's positive for me to see. Yes, Arsenal are on fire and long may it continue. Jude, you are someone that also supports Arsenal, even though you try to pretend that you hate Arsenal. Like, are you happy? Are you happy for us? Are you happy for us?
I just hate the noise that you make. That's what we are against. So I don't hate Arsenal. I feel so 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago, Ateta was firing, scoring, and conceding. Last season or between the last 2 seasons, he has transitioned to more of defending, containing. So now he has gotten an attacker. He's doing what any other top manager would do: kill the game, go for the game, kill the game. He first made the error, I think, against Man U and against Liverpool. He was trying to be doing the same thing against big teams. Let's conserve and try and get a point or sneak a goal or win. Now he's no longer that person again. He's trying to put out all he has. You have the guns.
I disagree
Shoot,
with that agenda.
shoot.
Because
That's what I feel. You have the guns.
to
Shoot
me,
it.
that is an agenda because he's still playing. We're still like compact. We still defend. Defense is still priority. Like
He's still defending. But now
manage the
he's
game.
no longer playing like two defensive midfielders or trying to he's playing more of a right. He played Odegaard and this guy now. What's his name? Eze, right?
Yeah.
Unlike him, he would have played Merino to help contain, or place Partey to help contain.
But that's the problem. He's not looking at Merino as a container.
Merino comes in and does it until giving instruction and change. It goes on.
Merino is someone that is like football brilliant, like Granit Xhaka. Like you can adapt, you can read the landscape and then read the game and then adapt. So that's why he's playing Merino for. If he needs to defend, he'll defend. Going forward, Merino also gives us a threat in the opposition box. So I don't think he's playing Merino as a 6. He's playing Merino as an 8. The same thing as Declan Rice. But I think what he noticed in the last game against Newcastle, in the last 10 minutes or last 15 minutes, when he brought in Odegaard from the bench, and he had Odegaard, Rice, Eze, like we were basically squeezing them Newcastle, and he just thought, okay, let's do that again against West Ham and against Olympiacos and against West Ham to see how that works, and it worked. My problem was us Arsenal players not finding Gyökeres in time. I think that's what happened in the City game. That's why you're talking the way you're talking, and against United. But I still think overall the gameplay is still the same, but just that we're transitioning the ball quicker. We're no longer doing that horseshoe shape that United does, where you pass from left to the middle to the right and pass all the way back before you cross. No, now once you get the ball, find Gyökeres straight away, let him be our outlet, let him run with the ball and bring everyone, so everyone can run forward. I think it's a change in tactic, not necessarily a change in mindset and the approach to the game. So I just want to dead your agenda.
No, it's the change in the mindset of the coach. The coach himself that changed mindset to get a tactic that's not applying to the players, because that is playing them where they can express more attacking, while you have that confidence in your back. Your back line is solid, it's okay. So that's one of the reasons why I chose Arsenal to be although I don't want it, but I chose them to be, because looking at what Liverpool bought, right? They're going to take time to try and balance that team. If Liverpool should be able to go 6 or 7 games straight, winning consecutively, my fear would Arteta go and do an error somewhere and then being scared or being reserved. He just needs to focus on these small games. He can beat every team. I don't see any team that can beat Arsenal. Liverpool had a sneaky win. I don't see anything that can beat Arsenal right now. But I'm not supposed to say that.
I'm worried about Brighton, but we'll see. We'll see when we play them. Before I bring in David, because I know Azza is a distant admirer. Chelsea. Anyways, Azza, how do you feel about Arsenal's rise? We should say Arsenal's rise, the way we are playing right now, the way people are scared of us. Do you think that Arsenal have a potential to win the league?
I've always said it before. I just don't like it. I've always said Arsenal is going to rise. I've always known Arsenal to be a deadly team. I've always said this right from day one. You just know with me, you just know I don't like saying it. Right now, saying it is even it's disturbing my heart, but yes, because what I believe is, first thing, I just from what Jude said, over the season, Arsenal has grown, because when they had that breakout season where they were actually competing, they could go forward, but they were still conceding as well. Then last season, they moved into more defensive. They moved into a more defensive Arsenal, where everyone knows how good they are defensively, and that is the first thing that is going to win you leagues. Because league is not a game; it's a long run of games. So, and now, okay, fine. Last season, we are good defensively. What are we offering in terms of attack? Okay, if this team is sitting low block, what is which personnel are we changing? What are the things that we are doing? And they addressed every single thing this last summer. So now I don't see the reason why Arsenal are not winning that league. But my only problem is this is Liverpool. I don't see Liverpool stopping Arsenal in any way in this league. Only maybe one surprise team. Maybe Man City is going to come back again. But with this current Liverpool, with the pressure mounting on slots, with
Man
him
City
trying
can't.
to change things, trying
Maybe
to
Chelsea.
make up for the
Chelsea, no.
trying to make the price worthwhile. I don't think Liverpool can actually like disturb Arsenal in this in
Fair
this
enough. Can you
Chelsea,
address this?
Chelsea
Because
should
this
be
one,
because
this
wow.
was
let me
addressed to you as well.
right now the only
Address the
um
comment as well as you're talking. Address
okay
the comment as
Azar,
well.
Chelsea
Yeah.
should be winning the league with the amount of
Yeah,
money
you
they
should
have
be the one
spent.
mounting the
I
pressure.
don't know
You
why
have money
Chelsea
you spend.
think
You should be mounting pressure.
they should not be in a title race.
But
The reason why our own money is different is like we spend a lot of money under like different managers. It's not like the whole
this
1
current
billion we
manager, you
spent
You
spend
know,
since
money.
but how much has Maresca spent? Let's leave the
this
other
current
one.
manager
Yeah.
this current manager has not spent 500 million.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop that. How much did you
This
spend this
current
summer?
one.
This summer
This
alone, you
current
guys
one.
spent this summer alone, you guys spent up to like 300 million. Last summer, you guys spent close to 1 billion. So what are you talking about?
No, last summer. When did you spend the billion last summer?
You spent
Last
close
summer
to 1
was when
billion last summer.
Maresca came
So
in.
you guys are just collecting people
Now,
and sending them to Strasbourg last summer.
all these people they were small. They are small money. If you remember,
But you went
all
to
It's
buy
these
not
them
like
now.
60 million, 40
all these
million.
people, their money is very very small.
Add all the money together.
Now,
Add
if you
everything together.
to be honest, like I'm being honest this time around.
It
If
was
you add
Maresca
all
that
the
reduced the 42
no,
players.
if you
Remember,
no,
it was Maresca that
I'll
did
be
it
honest
like
this time
that.
around. If you add up everything we've spent for Maresca himself, we haven't spent 500 million for Maresca.
But say that's a
Never,
lot of money, no? Surely it should be
never.
entitled to five.
No,
With
but
500 million, it should be entitled.
people but what I'm saying is when they say, oh, you spent this amount of money, people think, oh, Maresca didn't spend that money. He
Okay,
started from Graham Potter
with 500
down
million.
to Pochettino, then now Maresca.
We are not going to let you deflect. You said Maresca has spent about 500 million. We are going to fact check that later. But with 500 million on Naira,
with 500 million,
pounds,
he has delivered. Wait. On that, with 500 million, he has delivered a Club World Cup. No. Ideally, we should be in a title race. I've said it before.
That's all. Yes, thank you.
For me, I don't see the reason why. You see all this. This is the excuse. This is the excuse for me. Is frustrating me. So, but realistically, this is where we are. We are not in the title race realistically. So that is the thing. But the notion that we've spent that much money is not like we spent that whole money for Maresca.
Okay.
So and again, like we are building, and again we've won something to know that okay, at least we are building, but we've seen signs that okay, something is there.
World champions,
something is there, and this is Chelsea. If something is not there again, and this is Chelsea, like if something is not there again, or we are getting another story, like there's no Maresca is going, then we need another coach that will get us to that point. But me, ideally, we should be fighting for the title. Because if it wasn't Chelsea, if I hold any team that has spent that much money, if it wasn't Chelsea,
fight for Europa.
Why?
That's where you.
Why can't we fight for Champions
League? That's where you are.
Wait, for Chelsea spending, it's on. Okay, you must spend.
Chelsea spend is not a new thing. You spent under other managers and still won. It was not dependent on the manager's spending.
Yeah,
you always spent. You spent 500 million in the two summers.
No minding. He wants to do agenda.
But
we're done with Chelsea. Let's come back
Chelsea
to the table toppers. We're not talking about people that are seventh in the league. Please, David, let's throw this this.
Sixth. Let's get that right.
Okay,
Seventh.
sixth.
Sixth in the league.
It's seventh. I thought I checked. It was
Seventh.
seventh.
We sixth.
Nah,
Check, it's seventh.
I think
Yeah.
it's sixth.
Man
Man
City,
City
Man
won.
City has
Man
won
City
now,
won,
so
though.
you've come
Oh,
back down.
Man City won. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
This
Yeah,
About
is
to say
how you
it.
David, let's
this thing.
I will come back to us now with this It's John Ebere, our guy, says that
So
he's
yeah,
not going to join Ateta until they face big teams. Do you agree with this or
He's still
no.
haunted. He's
So
haunted.
based on what Azar said earlier, he said league is a marathon.
Mhm.
You can pick up only 6 points from the big teams and still win the league.
Man, you
That is the main thing. That is the main
So
thing.
and at the end of the day, it's who wins the league, right? Playing the big teams would help you know what you can be like maybe for the Champions League and other things. But I don't agree with the commenter. With
Man,
that,
you will give you
I
3
still
points. Chelsea will give you 3.
I
That's
I
it.
still
No,
I,
yeah,
I still
you'll be
think
okay.
I still think it's what you do after every 10 to 12 games, every quarter of the season. Now back to Arsenal. Basically, I think it's incredible what Arsenal is doing. I had, like we said earlier, I was tipping them for second place only because I felt Liverpool have won the league and they went to the market and did good business. So in my head, there's no reason why they shouldn't win. But here we are. Arsenal still has the meanest defense in the league. I think they've only let in 3
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
And 2 of those goals came against supposed top 6 teams. So you can discount that, and say they've probably only let in 1,
Tango.
from
really,
Leeds? Yes.
Yeah, from Leeds. So that's impressive. And in terms of goal scorers, I think they are top 3 as well. I think Man City is the highest, followed by
Yeah.
maybe Arsenal. I'm not sure. I've not really seen, the goals. So if you're top 3 with defense and top 3 with goal scoring, it just shows what your intentions are. It's clear, where you should be, at the end of the season. So kudos to the team. I'm not necessarily going to go into the dynamics of how Arteta is playing it. I like the fact that he now has quality everywhere. He has quality he can summon from the
No more
bench. We've
excuses.
already
Yeah.
we've seen that play out this season where there's some games where the other team just didn't come to play football. Maybe they came to play rugby or whatever. They are blocking everything. And Ateta called
Like
on
Man
resources from
City.
the bench. Yeah, and then Ateta called on resources from the bench, and the game was unlocked. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a character of big teams. I know we were feeling that on Liverpool at some point. They know how to get the win, but now we are seeing that it's becoming a crack. Arsenal's wins are convincing. Move away from the first game of the season against Man U. Every other win has, to a large extent been convincing. And I think that's improvement. So first season, I'm sorry, let's go back like 3 seasons now when Arsenal became genuine contenders. That first season, it was all about the attack. They were letting in goals. Then they decided to fix on that, become stronger in the defense. And then that still didn't get them over the line. And then the very next season, they became even meaner with defense, optimize set pieces, optimize some other areas, but it was not a problem of squad depth. Now this season, it looks like they're the 360 team, strengthen depth, strengthen defense, strengthen offense, and then it just looks like the team that can take on everybody and ready to take on everybody. But then again, let's see. It's a marathon. Let's see where it's going. I think someone is addressing me in the comments. And David, whereas what you said is true, but you cannot deny that winning against teams that you're competing against gives a big team morale boost, which is why winning at Anfield, Etihad are needed. Now, I won't use the word needed. When you say need, it becomes a necessity, something you can't live without. You can live without beating the top 6. Trust me. You can get draws against them and they will still win the league. I get what you're saying, the bragging rights, the morale boosting. But see, if I have a run of 8 games, and in those 8 games, there are 2 top teams there, and I pick a total of 26 points, I don't think it's considered. Sorry, 8 games. Sorry, that will be 20 points. I don't think it's considered a bad run. If I pick 20 points in 8 games, the maximum I can pick usually should be 24.
Yeah.
But if I win 6 and draw 2, it's still considered successful,
Yeah.
right? It's not bad. So I get where you're coming from, right? You want to judge, what it does against big teams in those games. It's fine. I get what you're saying, but all I'm saying
Yeah.
is it's a marathon.
And also to
It's
add to that as
No,
well,
but
even to add to that as
from
well,
what from
I think what John is saying would have been true like last season or 2 seasons ago, where the margin of error for teams that won the league was quite very,
Right.
very low because Liverpool only lost 2 games last season. The season before, Man City only lost 1 game and things like that. But this season, a lot of teams are already losing minimum 2. So it doesn't, and they're still going to lose more throughout the season. So I think the margin of
yeah,
error, there's more room to play with this season. Even like you said, even if you draw against the big teams and beat
Yes, we
all
can.
the lower teams outside of the top 4, I think that should still be enough to secure the league at the end of the season. Yeah, sorry, Azza, for cutting you.
true,
nah, it's
especially
all right.
because
But from
all the big teams are losing to even the small
Yeah,
teams. Yeah.
yeah,
So sorry, as I go on.
Like my
no, nah, for me, from what Johnny Berry is saying is just if you are playing against big teams as well, with everything Arsenal has right now, you should be going into every game thinking, yeah, we are winning. It's not like we are hoping for a draw.
hmm,
Every game, and I'm
I
saying
just
every
think
game.
I actually
You should
think that
because look at if okay, if Arsenal should play against City, you are sure that Gabriel and Saliba are going to deal with Haaland, which happens to be the best striker in the league right now. So if you're dealing with the best striker in the league, if you're dealing with the best teams in the league, what else do you need? So I understand what he's saying, because even regardless, you want to go into big games thinking you should be the winner of this big game. And
hmm,
Arsenal right now, they are in that position to be like, okay, for example, look at last season. I was hate watching Arsenal against PSG, but I was hate watching them with the hope that they don't win because I was still scared. So that is the thing. Like Arsenal need that fear factor right now from big teams as well.
fair
And
enough.
if they've got that fear factor from big teams as well, okay, imagine winning 5 of the 6 teams this season. There's no way
Hmm.
they are not winning that league.
No
no,
question.
Because
I don't.
you're in a
Didn't they
league
do that
you're in a
last
league
season?
where okay
They didn't
look
even do
at
that much
these
last
leagues.
season. So
This is where you need it more. Yeah, this is the reason why you need it more. So many times in the league, the difference between them and the winner is probably 3 points, 4 points.
that,
Five
The
points. Yeah.
difference between them and Man City is probably 3 points, 4 points at the end
but
of the whole season.
if you're
And
actually
wait,
winning the small teams,
and if you
that will
actually
count.
look at it, okay, what if the big teams you've won them as well?
If you win the big teams and
That
lose
is
to
the reason
small
why you
teams,
still need to
what if you
win
live,
those big
you win
teams.
the big teams
Exactly.
and lose to small
It's still the
teams?
same thing.
It's
It's
still
still 3 points is
like
3 points, whether
three
big
points
team
is
or
3 points,
Yeah,
small.
whether big team or
Yeah,
small team, it's still the same. The major
yeah.
thing is you trying to get 6 points from every other team below from the fifth downwards. The top 4 you can actually get like try to secure your 3 points at home.
Hmm.
Secure one point there because this season right now there are still games to be lost. Liverpool being shaky still has like games that they're going to lose. I can't call Chelsea, sorry. Man City still
no,
has,
we still have like 82 games to lose. No worry,
but
we still have
Man
like
City has games to lose. Like look at the season. What Arsenal needs now is because that fear factor will still come in. If they're able to beat the next 4 small teams, the next big team that's coming might not have a good run of form meeting Arsenal. That fear will still be there. Do you understand? So
yeah.
that's a factor. This what where Johnny Boy is coming from is looking at the Man U game, the Man City game, and not knowing that Teta has changed his mindset from Newcastle game. There's something going on. So just watch for what is going on and see
Okay,
what that pattern before he gets to the next big game.
but let me give you one thing where I don't know if you people noticed it, but ever since Arsenal's 5-1 against Man City, Arsenal hasn't been scared of playing against Man City,
No.
which brings me back to that to John's point that you need to win your rivals as well. Like ever since that proper 5-1 smashing,
That was last
Arsenal has
season now.
always been yeah. But before
No,
that,
but yeah,
what
before
I'm
then
saying is
we've been drawing with City. Like
yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
think that the
trying to
player has been
say.
scared of City. Even the games that we lost,
Yeah. No,
we
I'm
didn't
not
get,
saying
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not saying like if you before that 5-1,
Mhm.
if you look at their actual games, it's always boring because the both of them they are respecting themselves. They don't want to press like they are like limiting their press against each other. I don't know
Mhm.
if you watch it very well. That is the way like
Yes,
they were
yes.
playing before that 5-1. But after that 5-1, the next game, Arsenal came out and they pressed Man City like, yeah, we want to press you. And this same 1-1 this season as well. Arsenal win popping the ball around. Like Man City packed the bus.
Yes.
So, but I'm saying that everything happened from that 5-1 win against them last season. So winning your rivals is a huge morale boost. Is a huge morale boost. Like,
But
okay,
the
like look
reason
at
why I'm not
Liverpool. Look
the
at
reason why
Liverpool.
I'm not going to agree with that is because at the start of the season, Arsenal drew, is it 2-2 with them at the Etihad, and then they now won
Yes.
5-1 at the Emirates. So
And
it's not
Arsenal
like
Yeah.
drew. And Arsenal drew 2-2 with one man down.
yes. And then the season before we drew with them at the Etihad and won 1-0 at the Emirates. So I don't think it's just
Yeah.
last season they started like
It wasn't
like
last season. I
no,
was going to say that as
it
well.
has been coming. It has been
It
coming.
Oh,
has
okay.
been coming for
Yeah.
a while. And
It's
to buttress what
Liverpool
you
that
said,
we are
Razak,
yet
about
to find their
five,
number.
about 5 wins. I think Arsenal won about 5 top 6 clashes last season, if not more, in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, they don't lose. They don't lose top clashes.
And
They
they
don't
still
lose top
didn't win the
clashes.
league.
But
Which
a
is my
lot of those
which
top
is my
clashes,
point,
yeah,
right? Which is my point, right? That what Johnny Boy is asking for, they already did that last season and didn't still go on to do the most important thing, which is winning the league. I mean, against City, they got 4 points. I think they got 2 points against Liverpool, draw home, draw away, right? Against United, was it not 6 points?
Yeah, 6 points.
Home and away, yeah. Against Chelsea, I think it was 4 points as well.
Last season,
Yeah,
in the
last
league was
season,
6 points, Jude.
yeah,
Yeah, 4 points against
yeah,
it
Chelsea.
four
was four
points,
points. Against Spurs was 6 points,
Yes.
right?
yeah,
Good. So that's already more than 5 wins against the top 6.
Yeah, it was the losses against like Aston Villa, the Fulhams, the West
Do you
Hams. Those are the
understand?
ones that
And
were
they
doing
still
it.
didn't
yeah.
go on to win the league. So, I would if they give me like a blue pill, red pill situation, beat all the top 6 teams and win the league. Just take win the league, really, because you've done
Yeah.
That's
that.
what they need now. They don't need any
Yeah,
other.
you've
They
beaten
need
the
that
top
win the
guys
league
already. You
to
did
go.
that
If you beat
last
top
season.
guys and don't win the league,
Yeah.
I thought it's most likely going out. You need a new
Do
coach
you
now and
understand?
start restarting.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Asa is an enemy. Asa is telling you so that you restart and then
No, let's segue into a manager that is managing to manage to save his job.
Yeah, this life.
Mr. Ruben Amorim. You guys, Jude. First of all, Jude, how does it feel to be in the top half of the table? Because it's been a long time where you just check the EPL table and you can see yourself in that first page. Let's start with that feeling. How does that feel?
I
And then we
swear.
can talk about the game.
I swear, how does it feel? Because right now your data is not wasting. You don't have to click twice. You don't have to waste extra data.
We have come to stay. Nothing is happening. just watch next weekend. Chelsea will be on that. We'll be on top. Just watch.
I don't.
Next weekend is international break.
2 weekends from now. 2 weekends from now. No,
all jokes aside, Jude. All jokes aside, Jude, because you predicted that United is going to finish in European places. So I know that you had faith. But do you think that Amorim is changing? Because even your first goal yesterday, it was the end of, I think I saw 18 passes, like 18 completed passes that Mount completed with his goal. So Amorim likes to pass, and that actually worked. So do you think that the players are beginning to understand the system, or what do you think was the turnaround? Is it because you guys were at Old Trafford that you had the win, or do you think there's actually a tactical switch, or the players learning from the manager? What's your take?
I actually think he did he surprised me, Sha. So let me just say that one. So he decided to do what I feel slots should do. Like if somebody is not clicking, whether it's a big buy or something, just bend the person. I think what was happening, like I think the last pod we said I was talking to someone and we were saying there's this cohesion we already had as a team last season that was playing the ball. That's why you could see Zexi being more in the game, and Casemiro already knows he's more of a defensive midfielder. Like everybody was in instead of buying these three people as our attack now makes them play wider. They're playing wide. When they get the ball, Cunha comes in to dribble like four players instead of holding the ball and passing and making the runs or those kind of connection. So that was what was missing. So playing Mount there, Mount understands the system. Uh, Benching Dogu is also another thing because I said Dogu and Shaw should not be playing together. Like they should bench one of them, decide who wants to play at their bench. So that's another thing that I saw. And it gave us that ability, that fight that somebody knows that they should take a shot. They don't have to wait till they get into the box to take a shot. Like Mount did it opened the scoring. And I think from that scoring, it got to my other point, which is let's try and get 2-0 up. Our defense is actually okay. It's not that bad, but let's try and get 2-0 up. If we get 2-0 up, we'll be more of pressing the guys. Like the opponent will be scared. But when you're not scoring and you're all going there shooting, like the game against, was it Fulham? Cunha had like chances. Before you knew, we scored one and they came back, they took over the game. Like you need to kill the game as early as possible. If you don't do it, the opponent just scores you. Manu goes into like disarray. Everything goes off. And I'm also happy that he decided to play the keeper. It was yesterday that I was hearing that he had the top saves in Europe, and it was shocking to me. So it's a good start, and I don't know if the end of the game you could see United defense going to hug him. It passes a message. It means that they've not been confident enough because of the people behind. Do you understand? So why are you stressing them? Why were you like you play people out of positions and all those things? It just stick to what they were doing and do the add-ons simply, and then we can get what we need to do. Hopefully, it stays that way. We don't see Dogo coming in the midfield next match, and then
I was even going to ask one more question before I pivot to Azza. Like, how do you feel like Benjamin Tesco becoming Benjamin Let's Go? He has scored 2 in 2 now. You know, like
That was heavy. That was some heavy lines.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, people.
Bars on bars.
I swear down.
Trademark, Dr. Toph's corner. Yeah. So how do you feel, man?
I feel
Your
good.
strikers are
My
balling
striker
again.
scoring finally.
Yeah.
I feel good. Although there were more expectations I had from Ahmad. I think he gets into position where he's supposed to like deliver a pass. He tries to go for goal. I think he should now have to get that third eye. Let him be like him. I know he's not Messi, but he should now be having that third eye where he's looking out for or understanding the players and know that, oh, this person is going to be here, this person is going to be here, instead of trying to take a shot when it's not too clear. And you know, if you take 10 shots, you probably be like 2 or 3 in the net. So let's give square plays and get that goal. But I'm happy that Sesko, at least, he's built momentum. He got the last one. Now he's getting another one. Hopefully in Liverpool, it's momentum. It's all about ginger for the striker. Do you understand? Well, we hope that the other strikers, as they are not delivering, they should hold on so that Sesko can get there.
Okay. I'm going to as I'm going to ask you question in line with this Lionel Thomas's comment as well. You know, all episode, all stream, Jude has been saying that Man United will finish above Chelsea. Do you think that's going to be the case this season because of the way they've
Wait.
just one game yesterday? You know, do you think that they are going to finish above Chelsea or not?
Jude, all I'm going to say is say
Because
no to
right now you're
drugs.
7th and they are 10th. I don't think there's much point difference with between you
Jude, what I'm going to say is say no to drugs. Just
I think you should be telling that to Maresca. You were lucky he didn't sub 4 players. You were lucky he didn't sub all your attack after and before 60.
Jude, say no to drugs, please. What? Wait, Chelsea, Manchester United will finish above Chelsea. In which?
Just relax. It will come to your eye.
I just know that I'm finding nice
for the viewers out there. Say no to
season.
drugs. Stay away from drugs. Like because
I'll pay for your flight so that you hold.
Because I just feel like for you to have that feeling, something is pushing you and it's extra. Something extra is pushing you from somewhere.
Something is kicking.
One extra addition is in your system.
I've already taken 3 points from you. You give me the next 3 when I come back. So relax.
Yeah, okay.
Right, Jude,
Okay.
sorry, David. I'll come to you because I think you saw the United game, right? Do you think that the change in personnel? Because I don't think there was a change in formation. There was just change in personnel, putting people in the right places, right? Do you think this can help United to secure back-to-back wins in games in the Premier League?
So, I mean, I know we had this discussion last week, and I said, look, if Amorim loses again, we might hear that manager casualty during the international window. But I think he has saved his job, helped those of us neutral fans enjoy longer misery tenure for United. That's what it is. But kudos to him for the changes he made. I see a lot of United fans online saying, "Oh, you should have brought in Lemons in, all along." It's not advisable to just bring in a new keeper, especially a young goalkeeper, into a lineup like that. Keepers are usually the last line of defense, and when your defenders are out of position, they communicate to them and tell them where to be. So it takes the defenders too willing to listen to you, to respect you. You need to be able to command that area for you to be a goalkeeper. So I felt there was that time needed. It's a good time to bring him in. Whether or not that will continue, we would see. Because really, if you're a manager of a team, these are the sort of teams you want to. If you're a manager of a team like Manchester United, these are the sort of teams you want to bring your backup goalkeeper on for. These are sort of games you want to bring them on for. I don't know if Bayende will now go to be in the backup or if Lemons will be the main.
We will swear for him. That's drunk.
No, but I think that has always been the plan.
If he tries to,
that has always been the plan with Manchester United. Like the plan has always been an upgrade to what they have right now. So I don't think they should be buying anybody that is going to be a backup to Bayende, because the complaint is Bayende is not even Premier League like standard.
Wow.
So if you're buying a backup to Bayende, you're not progressing. So originally, I'm sure that's the plan. So Bayende is going to be the backup.
The reason why I was careful in saying that is all haven't been as they seem with Manchester United of late. So I'm careful in placing my comments. It seems that way to you. It seems that way to the rest of us. Everybody knows what's not working for United, but every week you see them line up the same way. So I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I mean, it's that obvious, right? But let's wait for the international break to be over and let's see the keeper that lines up again. That's how we'll know. You understand, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's why I think he has bought himself time with the personnel. I don't think either the formation or the system or the personnel that he's used to will change. Jude, I'm sorry, you might see Dogo next game again, right? Just prepare yourself
No,
for it.
I'm already prepared because that's the kind of human being he is. You probably see him on that Ahmad's wing, and then Ahmad will probably play his own wing. That's the shock that I would get. But seeing Dogu, I might just see him back against Liverpool for no reason.
So, but then again, kudos to Sheshko for getting his goals. They've been scrappy goals, but I like the guy. It's not giving up. I'll get the ball in anyhow. The service is still not coming. That's still something that United needs to address. That service is still not coming for that guy. He's hungry for it and he's starving. He and I don't know if you guys paid attention to the comments made by De Bruyne during the week about his teammate Højlund, saying there are two basic type of strikers, and I mean, who better than De Bruyne to tell us that? There are those guys who play with their back to goal, right, and then link up on us. But there are those who create runs, run forward, and then you lose those passes to them. And he said he saw Højlund more as the latter rather than the former, the guy who runs into space, but that he's doing a lot of that back to goal thing, and I know De Bruyne was just trying to get Man U, really, because that's probably what Højlund is used to. That's what I'm seeing Sheshko do as well. This guy is strong, he's fast, he can run into those channels, but who would give him the ball? So that thing still needs to be addressed. He can't be feeding off scraps. For a striker of his caliber, of his qualities, he can't be feeding off scrap. That's really what I think. Like Jude said, Ahmad should do better, but really, I don't think Ahmad is a wing back. Ahmad is traditionally an inside forward. Once he on that right side, he cuts in on his left foot and he shoots. That's what Ahmad is, really. So I don't know, but Ahmad should release the ball often, pass often, try to find his attackers, often. I still don't know what needs to change in the United system, but I know what the results should look like. A stable goalkeeper at the back to command that defense. If you're going to play with a 3-man defense, you need someone communicating their position to them from behind them. Someone who sees, clearer from behind. You need a channel to provide for your striker. You have probably the tallest striker in the Premier League. Is he not taller than Voltemade, the guy in Newcastle?
No. Newcastle guy should be the tallest.
That Newcastle guy is a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. But he's 6'6" now. Sheshko is 6'6" or 6'5".
Yeah, he's tall, but I think that Newcastle guy will be.
That
Newcastle guy is just taller than him.
Yeah, but
that
you have
Newcastle guy
a
is
beast.
taller.
Don't quote me.
You have a beast in front. Find a way to give him service, and everything would fall in place. But then again, I'm happy Man U is going through this struggle. It's sweet to throw them. It's really sweet. And I was worried that Amorim would lose his job because I didn't want that new manager bounce. I like this.
Amorim should make it work, please, because Amorim is a top manager before. Was a top manager before he came.
Where's Jude?
I want him to find that form again.
Jude
is hiding.
Jude, are you reading the comments from Mr. James Thomas? Manchester United will finish above Chelsea. Are you reading the comments?
Where?
Look at the screen.
I can't see it there.
It's there, and the person even said at Jude. So it's not like this is so direct.
I can't see it. He said, please, Chelsea should be humble. Your team.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've said my own, I've said my own,
I'll be surprised if Chelsea loses against who they are playing next.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm doing?
If I should win Liverpool, you relax so that you know that
please
your win is not it's not something to be jubilated over.
No, we'll preview that game. We'll preview that game in the next episode. I'm going to, because we've done over an hour now. Let's round up with this. And David, you do it last because you don't really support any teams, right? I want this. We've done 7 games so far, right? Almost like a third of the game already. So let's rate our seasons so far, like your team season so far, like what you did rate it out of 10. Right? I'm going to start because I'm top of the league. So the season so far, I'm going to rate it a strong 8 out of 10, only because we are getting the results. If the performances were there, I would have given it higher. But all you need to, at this point, you just need to get results. Players are still gelling, getting to understand each other. For example, Gyökeres did not have a preseason. He just started actually playing. Is playing into form right now. Eze is trying to understand the Arsenal system. It's not the same Eze of Crystal Palace, you know. Zubimendi is also finding his feet and things like that. So because of that, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. We'll go to the next people in line on the table. So United with Chelsea. What are you going to rate your season so far?
That's a tough question because I don't even know what to rate our season. I think I'm going to give our season a 6. A 6. Nothing more than a 6, though.
Why not?
And because I don't want to give it.
I always come as
because
why are you giving it a 6?
The reason why I'm giving it a 6 is because
you beat Liverpool.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've lost. Okay, from these statistics, we've lost how many games? We've lost 5 games in the last 6 months, but 4 of them were with red card. So
let's
that
talk about
is
this season.
something unexpected. Yeah. So okay, so this season we've had 2 already, and we've lost those 2 games. So it shows that right now we don't know how to deal with red cards, and it shows especially it shows that our manager doesn't even have that mind as soon as he goes 1 player down. So for me, I'm going to rate the season a 6 because few things that we were expecting this season, we are seeing it, and a few things that we are expecting, we are not seeing it. So it's still a work in progress. But yeah, I'll give our season a 6.
Yeah, that's my guy. My guy says for Arsenal, it will go 9 over 10. Top of the league, consider the list among the top 3 scorers, and we've played United away, Liverpool away, City at home, Newcastle away. Those are hard fixtures, and fair enough.
That's true. That's true. Fair enough. If you look at those fixtures, though, Newcastle, City, Manchester United, Liverpool, that is the hardest fixture so far among the 4 of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is one. To after 7 games to come out first with those fixtures now.
I don't think it's harder than Man U's.
Right, so let's rate United.
Wait, why? No. It's not harder than the reason why Man U's. See, right now, Jude. The reason why Man U's fixtures are hard is because
3rd, 2nd.
Wait. We are saying wait.
Just let him speak. He's counting. Okay. He's counting Bournemouth. He's counting Crystal Palace and Sunderland. Just let him speak. Jude, rate your team. Rate your team.
Looking at the Man U from last season, we were 15th or 16th, right?
15th.
We played Arsenal, Man City. Even at current table, they were like 2nd, 4th. I think Chelsea was somewhere on the table, but we'll find out later. So when you look at it, we only had 2 teams that were promoted that we played against, right? And on top of those 2 teams, we struggled to win 1.
Sorry, Jude. You said you only had 2 teams that were promoted. There are only 3 teams promoted. You've played 2 out of those 3.
No, I'm trying to say like.
And you're saying your pictures are hard.
15th is playing somebody that is coming up that won the league. That won
rate your season. All this agenda. Rate your season.
So my season.
I won championship. That's the league you're talking about.
So far, we had 7 games. We only did well in 1. So 1 over 7. So whatever it is, I think it will be.
But you've won. At least you've won like 2 games, no?
It's not about the winning. It's about how you play to win. Amorim has been test running since last season, 38 games. You can't say that we are supposed to beat Sunderland, Burnley convincingly. We are supposed to win Brentford. Brentford, I was losing against everybody, came to Man U and gave us pumping 3. We are supposed to deal with them. So these are the people that I had them in my mind coming to this season. Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth, Newcastle. These 4 teams, I need to kill them. But Amorim decided no, that our agenda and his agenda is different. It's only this game. We were expecting to see a different formation, but instead he changed players and we played well for maybe let's say 60 or 70% of the game, he played okay. So getting the goals, I'll just say 2/10 for me. That's what I'll rate it. So
enough.
if he builds consistency, then his rating will start rising up. That's what I will give him for me.
David, from the outside looking in, how would you rate the three teams season? Arsenal,
So
Chelsea,
I think
United.
I agree with your own rating for Arsenal. It's a fair rating. It would go slightly higher if I then do all competitions this season. But if I'm looking at just league alone, I
Just
think
Premier
the
League,
rating
yes.
is fair. Azar's rating with Chelsea is almost fair, but mine is lower. I'll be around a 5 because Chelsea has been going, hot and cold. So mine will be a 5. Yeah. Man U, my own rating too, they blow hot and cold, slightly more cold, than hot. So I would give them like a 4.5, really. Only because they at least have had the character to see off some games, right?
7 points out of 21.
I get that's 1/3, right? But the thing is, you saw the Burnley game, right?
That's
that game
all.
was
That's all we
balanced.
saw before Sunderland.
You saw the Chelsea game too.
Chelsea was red card. I did not even look at that one.
Yeah, no, but once when the game became balanced, you still had to handle the game. So just because of that, I will give it a 4.5, and also because I'm comparing it not necessarily with the expectation of Man U as a club. I'm comparing with where you are coming from, 15th position. Yeah, so I'll give Man U like a 4.5, Chelsea 5, Arsenal 8.
We'll catch up assist.
Don't worry. So all of the United fans, please let us know how you rate your season after 7 Premier League games in the comments below. Do you agree with Azza that Chelsea has a 6? Chelsea so far is a 6 out of 10, and do you agree with me that Arsenal is an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10, according to John in the comments? You let us know in the comment section below. And while you're scrolling down, please press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and yet to do so. And check out
Chelsea
Azza.
is 6/10 and Maresca is 2/10.
Wow. And please, Azza, where can they find you, please?
Yeah, for now you can find me on TikTok with the same name Azza, but just 07 behind it. So yeah, you can find me on TikTok.
Yeah, so check out Azza07 on TikTok. Until the next episode, people, have a good week and we'll catch you next time. Peace, guys.
Yeah.